Hey there guys, welcome back to another lunch hour play session back in City Skylines. And as you can see from this overhead shot of my city, we are filling up the land area quite well. There are a few areas still on this left hand side, and then there's this hill over here that we haven't filled in. But we do have traffic issues starting to happen with our small roundabout being the only entrance into our city, and my plan has always been to purchase perhaps a couple of tiles on this side over here and add in an entrance coming from this highway here into the city onto this side, so that any industrial traffic, for instance, can come into there, and then this roundabout then would hopefully only be being used by residential properties and stuff on this side, and they have that little cut through there. So I'm just going to check our money situation, and we are well in the black, in the green you might say. Lots of money available. We don't currently have any tile upkeep because we're currently just using the first 9 tiles, so we can actually spend some of our 42 tiles, I think. And I just want to grab these two, which will cost us 91,000 and will cost us 48,000 a month in order to upkeep these tiles. So again, I just want to make sure that once we buy these, we're going to use them and get our most for our money. So let's go ahead and do that, and then quickly I can just open this up, and yeah, my lovely custom map has got lots and lots of natural resources on it, so that doesn't limit us. And then we can come through here and add our road in this way. So before we do absolutely anything, let's just look at that and look at the terrain. We have kind of a valley here coming from this highway almost into this area, so that's perfect, and we can continue this road through this valley perhaps onto our highway, and we will get people into our city via a different route. So there's a little bit of a lumpy bumpy here, so let's just grab this, flatten that out a bit, and then smooth that out. Just dropping down from the highway there, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just smooth that out a bit. There's a dip here as well, so let's just get rid of that little dip that we don't need. And then we can try to add in our road. So I want to put a straight bit of road. What I'm actually going to do, rather than splitting this on 2 sides, is I want to put it on one side or other of this valley so that we can build onto the opposite side. So I'm going to put it on this side here, I think, and then curve round, just following this topography. Go straight up this hill, back down again, through there, and connect up there. So we've got this lovely wiggly road. But then in terms of getting people to be able to come in, I don't think we need a massive roundabout or an intersection, etc. Definitely not at the moment. So I will come into our asymmetrical, and for the moment what I will do is I will say that this road is going to break here, and then we can put in our asymmetric road there, an asymmetric road there, and then what what I will do is I will break this asymmetric like this. Do I need an asymmetric there? Don't know. But what I was going to say is I'm going to add in a 4-lane on this side. Is that what I'm doing? Like that. This might not be what I'm doing. I can reduce some of the number of these roads down a bit. But let us go from this point here into our road. I don't need it to be a big thing like that. We can just do that, because what I'm going to do actually, that could probably be like that, a one-way road, because what I'm going to do is put in some slip roads like this. Or maybe it does need to be a... Yeah, so that's in and out. Yeah, so we need a proper road. Like that, so that we can turn right, because I'm going to mess with that. And then we can come from here and into there. And that's the basics done. I don't want you to be able to turn left there, so you can come straight through. We don't need an extra lane there, so maybe I've got my mathematics a bit wrong. So let us reduce that down, because they're not turning left there. No left turns please, and then this can just be a 3-way. This is an asymmetrical kind of junction. So that's that, and then let's get this to stop being quite so wibbly. Upgrade please, no snapping. We can just tweak this stuff so it's looks correct. And then this is asymmetrical. Let's just get the right road. But this is then asymmetrical this way. Like that, and then we can swap that back to being... Yeah, I don't like the way that that creates that. So let's just turn off stuff on there. We don't want any traffic lights on that. We don't want any crossings, because this isn't where somebody's going to be able to walk. But then that is a slightly unique looking junction, but just put some traffic lights on there just to cope with any traffic coming through. And let's quickly come on to traffic and just remove the unsafe turns and do the same over here where lots of craziness going on. Just need it to be really simple. But I think that is definitely going to help us out. So let's unpause the game. We can see if any of our industrial traffic is going to come this way. I think it'll take a few minutes for them to work out what's going on. But now that we have this extra bit of road, we can start to add in our industrial demand. Just want to quickly look to see what our employment is. It's up at 56%, which is a lot. So I think we definitely need to give these people some jobs. I'm just wondering where this road will end up going. Potentially off in this direction. And we've got another valley that we can head into over there. So I'm just going to add in a little stub on this corner. And then we can add in a slightly larger stub there. And then just add in another little road. And then perhaps behind there, but we can just add in, keep saying add in a lot. Put in some industrial on that there, just to meet some of that demand.
You're back with Second Moon Radio, your second musical home from home. So settle back in your chair, pour yourself a glass, and prepare for another hour of musical delight. Tonight we are doing a musical tour of Italy.
Got a little thing on this side of the road. So perhaps we could put in a little industrial estate.
By the infamous Vivaldi.
And it's not the nicest part of town to be driving through, but
driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently that's not all good news.
you can see that we've got our traffic coming down this road already, which is awesome.
Welcome,
We can
Professor.
check on
So
that
a housing
junction to see if it's
shortage
working
is
correctly.
bad for the people trying to move here, right?
Humans are programmed to desire
zoning
certain
off of this road.
representations within ideological reward structures.
Get
which
some
are
more jobs for
entirely
people coming in.
apart from the actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps
Still wants to be
yes,
on
in the
this road,
short
so let's
term.
I like the sound of that.
But what we are
Reason
discussing is the study of a statistical abstraction
Wants to
and
break
its
there,
effect
so we can
on
take
the
this
human
opportunity
Thank you,
to
Professor.
It is a
do
question
that.
of priority.
do that. And if we can get let's just use our zone tool, get rid of that zoning. Thank you. And then zone that in. We are out of power, so let's pause a second. And we did upgrade one of these last time. It was providing more power, so let's have a quick look at our power budget. Usage, and then yep, we're just about not making it, so if we add that under there, we are then hopefully it'll jump up. Hasn't jumped up yet. There we go. Just 2 more megawatts, which isn't a lot, but is good. Yeah, so these people need a little bit extra turning in. Go right up the edge of our tile, which is great. Just a little bit extra time. Ugh. Why have you done that, game? Just slope that through. Just bring it out on to this bit over the railway, and let us try to put this back in. There we go. Is it Washington Highway? I don't think so. This is the Dudley Highway. Named after Dudley Dursley from Harry Potter, obviously. These two people are just too scared to pull out. Just pull out. It's not scary. We've still got our traffic lights. I think we might use this lovely tool. Let's just do our split phasing. Just so that they definitely can get across and these people coming this way aren't going to block them. And then hopefully this traffic can all ease down a bit because there's less people coming through. We've still got industrial demand. I think because this is very hilly, it doesn't make sense to be trying to use this too heavily. I'm reticent to put stuff directly off of this road because it is the main thoroughfare. Though, to be fair, is it going to become much busier? I don't know, but let's just head up in this direction. Again, does this road going to become more important? I don't know. A collector, for instance. But let us just come into this area and perhaps let's do some grids. A little bit bigger. This is somewhere where you might expect a grid to be formed up. Just give them another exit, which might mean I can upgrade this road as it's not now the main road or the only entrance. I can upgrade this onto this side here. Shoot that off in that direction. We want to put a little stop on that. But again, let's take the zoning off of this road. And take it off of this road here. And we can just paint in some industrial. Which has eaten up that demand, which is great. So we've got some traffic happening here now. Just have a little quick look. It's gone away instantly. But I think this is all just this traffic making its way back through, so we don't have to worry too much. Wondering whether I could use my 4-lane down here. Split this and then upgrade this to 4 lanes. like that. And that just gives them a little extra turn anyway. It's just a really kind of unique little junction. What have we got? If I can't control that specifically. Really, I just want a one phase type thing. Let me put advanced split phasing on and see if that helps that. Yeah, perfect. So they're going at the same time. Which hopefully will mean there's only really like 2 or 3 phases. Yeah, so there's the third phase. Hopefully this right hand lane will go next. No. It's green for both, apparently. So they don't actually get a turn, which isn't fair. So that doesn't work. Just has to be split. Hopefully by allowing turn on red, will that mean that they can drive straight on? Just have a little watch of these traffic lights. Yeah. That hasn't helped us, but I think once this bulk of traffic is gone, I think we'll be able to be in a much better place anyway. But the traffic from up here has now gone away, which I think is all that stuff that's come down there. These people are unhappy with the industry touching their houses. So I'm very sorry, but you're going to just have to put up with that. Right, let's put in some more houses. Got the rest of this area needing help. Click on these people. They're moaning about an elementary school, which I knew I had to build. I think we can add in one of our lovely new ones. This is only half full, but we're not meeting the demand at all. So let us add in a school somewhere here. Stick our small elementary school in. Got this hill going up there, so that's not necessarily the most suitable place. We could potentially add it on this corner, and then we can purchase a couple of tiles there. Or maybe, is this not still a slope coming down there, so we can't build on that bit? It's more about deciding which side of the road we could build on, but maybe this side is the best. So if we build this main building here, like so, and that gives us 400, which we know we're going to need more than that. So we have a gymnasium, which is quite large. Just turn off snapping for a second. You could sort of fit in there. So I could potentially go in there for us. Let's have a little drip of water. So that can potentially go into there for us. So how much upkeep is that going to require? Just 2,000, which isn't that much. And what benefits does that give us? Give us well-being and outdoor recreation. I think it's perfect in this area. The fact that it kind of joins up with that leisure centre, as I call it.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be
If we put it
experiencing
there,
rolling
I think
blackouts.
that's a good place
We
to put
urge the
it.
public to remain calm during these breaks
Got a bit
in
of a
service
slope
and to
going
follow
on
the
the back of
guidelines
these
on the
houses,
city's
but I don't think
website on
that's
how to plan for these temporary
unrealistic.
events. This has been a local public service announcement.
And then we
You're
can
tuned in to
add in
Second Moon,
this
the
building.
channel where the classics never grow old.
and snap it to the side of a
This
road. It
just
wants
in
to go
from
that way
traffic.
around.
If you're thinking about
So
hitting the streets, you can
let
expect
us
delays on the major roads,
spin that
especially during
around.
rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like
And
everyone's
try
in
and
a
line
hurry
it
to
up
get
nice
somewhere
with our road.
fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can,
Perhaps
plan
move
your
it
trip
away like so.
outside the rush.
Oh,
Leave
I
a
don't
bit of
know.
room for
I'd rather
path for
wait
this
an
little
hour in
building
traffic
behind.
than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere. And on to our
let's
main
go
feature story. The commercial district is
there.
booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores,
So that's connected
bringing
up.
the latest in luxury
then
into our neighborhood.
I'm going
You
to
can
add
now
in
shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local
a
Jarva mate.
path
Or so
here.
my wife tells me. That's good for business
Turn all our
and
stoppings back
good
on.
for the community.
Thanks, Jim.
A little bit of a road there. We'll put a staff car park or something in. I'm gonna go up to there, and then we can grab our path tool, turn all the snappings back on again, and adjust a path through that. And then that's a kind of uniquely shaped little school going on. We have 500 capacity. And then we need to sort out our terrain here. We've done some mischief on it. So let's just pull that back to there, follow this around, and I don't mind having a drop there. Just smooth all that out. It does look a little bit odd, but I don't think it's wholly unrealistic. Okay, we could potentially put in a little road to nowhere along here. Let's flatten that as much as possible. Flat, 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 flat. And then put in a road here. Like that, and it's put in a retaining wall, which is perfect, because that's what I wanted to do. Grab our retaining wall. Like that. And this road could, if I can get it to, I don't know if I can move this up a little tiny bit. So we delete that road. Excuse me. And then push this up to here. Turn off the snappings a second. Like that. So it goes right to the edge of there. Please don't be upset with me. And then we can nudge this building very realistically back this way. But then that gives us a little tiny bit extra space, where hopefully we could put a road in here. anarchy. Which again gives us a retaining wall, which is exactly what I want. And upgrade that and upgrade that. And what we could do then is just make this the right height. Just have a little fiddle whilst we get this retaining wall looking nice. To there, from there to there. Hopefully that we can smooth this out. It's a bit weird on this corner. Just turn down the strength of this a sec. It's a bit of a weird little corner there, but you can't see it. So the retaining wall is incredibly wibbly, which is annoying. Let's just try and smooth it out. Get in there slowly. Those contour lines aren't helping, but I think that's better. And then we can add in yet another parking lot. Now tiny one, slightly bigger. I'm actually going to move this way a bit. I was going to move that way a bit. I can't delete that. Just away from the road a tiny bit, and then we can pop in some row of trees just to protect the kiddies. Get rid of anarchy. And we've got this little hedge there. Can attempt to mimic. Mimic off of that, and perhaps go around on this side. This side we can put in some more trees just against these houses. What are you moving about? They're too close together. Just separate that from those houses there. Run out of power again. So let's just continue our upgrading. Here we go. Let's met our demand yet again. Nope, that's not where I wanted to go. That's what I wanted to do. Like so. Start from here, go that way. Let's just put in another row of trees onto that. Bit of privacy. And again, a bit of privacy on this just to define the edge of the school. So you got a bit of a playing field there. And I just want to then add in some nodes. Let's go to... It's not going to let me add in the node exactly where I wanted. I will have to demolish that person's house just to be able to put a node in. Can you just let me add a node on that? That's not actually going to work. So let us come to our surface tool. Is it this one or this one? I think it's this one. To there. Might need some anarchy. Perfect. And then come out here. Let's join this line up there. Like that. Just link to all these assets. Like that. Bit more of a homogeneous type thing. Love to be able to take that corner off. Anarchy that. I can indeed. Yep, so we got rid of that little corner. Let's get rid of that bush. That's what we want. And then still anarchying, but just pop in that. So yep, we squeezed a little school in there. So I can actually get on with what I meant to be doing, which is putting some more houses in. Really need to come this particular way. We've got stuff going on here into this area. So I'm going to get rid of this weird little curve on the end. Straighten that out. I think I want to put in some more grids. I'm feeling the grids today. But what I'm going to do is break this zoning off of here. Like that. And put in our path down the
Local
middle.
authorities are urging the public to conserve water and reduce the burden on the city during this water shortage. Consider installing a low flush toilet. Cut back
And
on
then we
watering the
can
lawn
add in
and shower with a
some more
friend
of my
whenever
favourite.
possible. This has been a local public service announcement.
Second
Row
Moon Radio
houses.
with your host, J. Thomas Hornbuckle. Tune in tomorrow for a second chance to hear the music
Have
of
some on the
yesteryear.
main road there as well.
Industry in the region is on the rise,
So let's
and
not
when
put a
business is doing well,
dent at
that
all in the
floats our boats.
There's no sinking this boat.
Residential.
A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently that's not all good news. We're joined today by an expert guest, Professor Nutbutter.
Welcome, Professor. So a housing shortage is bad for the people trying to move here, right?
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations
Let's
within
Used
ideological
up all of our
reward
power budget.
structures,
So
which
have
are
we got this final one
entirely
over here
apart
to
from
do?
the actual rewards enjoyed. For For example, consider capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the housing
There you go.
shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the
Making
short
tons
term.
of money,
I like the
so
sound
let
of
us
that.
just
What we are
upgrade all of these for the
discussing is
moment.
the study of a statistical
To give me a little bit of
abstraction
a
and its effect on the
extra
human
Thank you,
buffer.
Professor.
It is a question of priority.
Saw a traffic signal flash up, traffic symbol flash up there, but it clearly must have only been temporary. Got some ambulance warnings, so that is the indication to have a quick look at what's happening with our healthcare, which is covered quite well. But I think that health clinic up there is working hard, so maybe we can add in another one in this area. In a position that makes sense. So you need to have it so that it covers this entire area. Possibly be a road that comes around this hill. But I think I will add it opposite this school. Like so. For the moment. So the kids can have fun watching the ambulances coming out. And I think to make my life easier, maybe we can buy these two tiles. Yeah, these are cheap ones because they've got lots of water in. So that is okay to do. And that just means that I can put in the road I was talking about. So let's just continue that straight up to there. And then we can come out from this road. Come through here. Just want that to be straight again. Ugh. What happened there? Straight, please. There we go. And I want us to get this as straight as possible without weird curves in it. So just put little curves in on the ends. But that's just a loop around this hill. And then perhaps which way do people want to look out to see? Want to have a nice road coming that way, like that. Which maybe we could link up into there. Just have a fun little junction like that. And then, rather than going right on the end, keep a little stub for the fun of it. And then go up to that, get rid of the extra bit. Like so. And then let us add in a bit more griddage. Keeping, I was going to say keeping these four things on their own, but the game did not want to do that. That can be our grid, but then, as I was just saying, let us put in a path along here. Going to protect this front seawall facing side, so that these houses will have a lovely view out onto the coast. Which we can just try to decide what kind of houses we should put in. Perhaps some of these side things, but let's see what the game gives us. Swallowed up that demand, but we've got a bit more high density, so we can add in. Let's do my little trick that I learnt to do last time. So if we add in a path here, let's just smoothie this bit out, or flatten this bit out. Where it dips down into this bay. Just a bit of a steeper edge perhaps, there we go. Let us add in a road coming out the back. Well, we do have this road here, so don't need to cut through. We add in, let's go right to the end. Add that there. And we can cut off the zoning from this main road. And off of here. It's a bit further away from the road I would have liked. So let's come back in here, add it to there, perfect. If I do that, is it gonna, yeah, it's gonna swap it both. Don't want it to do. So let us zone in some high-rise buildings, perfect length. Are we doing that for? Let's become incredibly upset. Met all that demand, and then we've just got some low density demand, which this feels like it could be a little selection of low density buildings. So I think we can use our lovely roundabouts that we have now. Add in some little bulbs and stuff. Medium roundabout give us slightly bigger things, plots to build on. And especially in Britain, you might see these as around the coast, lovely seaside areas with all the little old people's bungalows. Let us use some of our waterfront housing on these front things. People want to catch some rays. And then switch back to our standard. No density residential for these houses. Like that. So we have swallowed up all of that residential demand in this area. Got a bit of traffic going on this roundabout. A lot of traffic going on this roundabout. Must be all these people moving in, so we don't need to panic too much. Everybody's moaning about this now. So let's just have a quick look at our ground pollution, which I think is mostly this methanol business, which I think now with this tile we can move a bit further away. So let's add in this to just have a quick look. Maybe we could put it off of this road. So, because we can't move it, bit of coal, and let's just get rid of that one and see how if the ground pollution's actually going to sort itself, or whether we need to do something a bit more drastic. Because perhaps we need to get rid of this off of here as well. If we get rid of that, then I can upgrade this road to be that. Need to get rid of this footpath that I'd put on. Let's do that like that. Then continue this road across, and then continue it up in this direction. But then we can pop back in this stuff just off of that main
Pending
road.
updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing
We go back to our
rolling blackouts. We urge
excuse
the
me,
public to remain
back to our
calm
production
during these breaks in service and to follow the
tab, and we
guidelines
can
on the
see that
city's
we've
website on how
got
to
this
plan for these temporary
demand in
events.
here, so
This has been a local
we
public
can
service
add in
announcement.
our
You're back with Second Moon Radio, your second musical home
industry
from home.
here.
So settle back in your chair, pour yourself a glass, and prepare for another hour.
It doesn't have to be huge.
Tonight we are doing a musical tour of Italia.
Keep away from the main
Land
road.
of art and culture. Que bon, as they say. And an aria inspired by the infamous Vivaldi shall be our guide.
That.
And on to our main feature story. The
Edit
commercial
this
district
and
is
do the
booming
same
as the
thing
area
here.
is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to
At
our
that point,
neighborhood.
please, thank you.
You can now shop for designer
Keep
shoes
that away from
while
there.
sipping a fancy local
And this
Jarva mate.
obviously digging
Or
into
so
the
my
hill.
wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the
Let's
community.
just flatten
Thanks,
that
Jim.
out.
We'll be back
And
after.
smooth it a bit.
Local stargazers are in
Gorgeous,
for a
I'm
real
glad
treat
they put
tonight
that building
as the Aurora Borealis
there.
is
Just
expected
kind
to
of
light up the night sky.
looks great on
That's
that corner.
right, Jim. Don't forget to look up this evening. It promises to be quite a sight.
Let's get rid of these trees. Because I can put in what everybody loves, a lovely row of spruce trees. Let's get all the different sizes going on. pull this away from the road. But they don't want you to see what kind of horrible things they're doing to the environment. Still got industrial demand, so if I add in a path here, we can add in made no difference on that bit, but we can add in a few more industrial things there. Couple more things there. This road will eventually come off in that direction. What was the other thing that I'd stolen? Got our minerals. It was coal, wasn't it? I only need 2 tons of coal. And our stone mine needs to be a bit bigger. So maybe we could put a gravel road in here. Maybe this could connect all the way up with this one, so if we followed this there and sweep back down a bit. Hopefully we won't get too much traffic coming through this road. It's just adding a horrible little... Click on the wrong thing. Let's go to that. And then straighten up. Just a little road cut through there. And then our coal mining can go up on this hill. Mine the hill. I say it was going up the hill, but then there's no... haven't got any of the stuff there. So maybe we could sneak into here somewhere where it doesn't make really horrible terrain. Can't move it once you placed it, can you? Yep, so let's try again. Click on the right thing. We sneak it onto there. We only need 2 tons. So really that's all that we need. And then they can have their own private little road. Got enough of that. Hopefully that ground pollution will clear up. Got another traffic indicator over here, which is that's still people moving in, isn't it? To these properties down there. I think our new road is taking some of the usage away. More industrial around still. And maybe we can add in another industrial park down here. I'll call this like the Gateway Industrial Park, I would imagine. What are you moaning about now? That's moaning because something's happened. So reset to no, remove unsafe. Thank you. Just put a little road backs up to the main road, but doesn't actually have any zoning on it in a minute. I'll extend that down, please. Thank you. And then extend this out into here, hopefully. Yep. And then I've got this back area here. Let's get rid of that stub. Bring that out to here-ish. And then add in a road onto this bit. Let's go all winky winky. It's just a random little set of roads. Stub can come all the way down here because they don't mind being next to the road in their industrial complex. But then let us take the zoning, block the zoning from here. Straight line, please. They've got all this lovely industrial on this thing, right on top of this water. Yeah, that's a big strip of water, so let's pollute this water. You gotta do what you gotta do. We've used all of that up. Gone down from 50% to 42% unemployment, which is amazing. Now, production, we are not meeting our goal at the moment because it's got no power. So I upgraded all of these, didn't I? So it's probably time for a new wind turbine. Because these are just extortionately expensive. Can we add in something onto this new tile area that we've got? No. Does it go as anything higher? Oh, I think these people will be very unhappy. Somebody's come along and built 2 wind turbines on the top of their hill. We can upgrade these while we're here. More residential demand. And one thing I wanted to do was add in a bit more stone mining. So maybe rather than just adding and extending that one, we can add in another. It's just another little road there. That road that way, but add in another stone mine here. That's coming out of here, so straight, and then let's butt that up against this one, so it does feel like the same kind of company, but they just get a few extra buildings. Yep. So let's grind a rock. It's just a different style building, which looks amazing. And then they can have what everybody loves in the city. Little tiny car parks for their employees to work. Traffic is still snuffed up here.
This is Second Moon with J. Thomas Hornbuckle. Before we dive into our
What's
next
going
selection,
on?
I'd like to take a few memento
Why are you all
moments
stopping?
to elaborate on the formal structure of the symphonic work.
I'm
For
going
our
to
newer, less able
remove
listeners, first, we will
that.
be dancing through the al dente section before entering the slower largo movement, finally, then savoring the
There's no need
vivacious
for these people to be
antipasto
crossing on this
movement.
roundabout.
So, without further ado, let's raise the curtain and begin.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats
Let's
our
get
boat.
our
There's no
path
sinking this
here.
boat, Glenda. This just in from
Put a
traffic.
path in
If
so
you're
that we
thinking
end up.
about hitting the streets, you can expect delays
say
on
so
the
we can
major
end up with a
roads,
crossing, but we
especially
won't.
during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere.
Right, so can we get a crossing in here now? Not where you expect. There we go. And then we can take this and go this way, up here, and into there. One coming out of there onto that. Hopefully that can just ease that a bit. This almost needs to be a double. Just unfortunate we lose that building. But that is what happens. that. And let's just get rid of that traffic light. That gives all those people a little bit of an alternative. And all these people will just get completely murdered. So let's remove that from there. Make them cross further up. Just so we can get all that traffic moving through there. I wonder if we could potentially at some point get a turning in here, maybe solidify that as a route. People drive past meaty bits. I'll do that now. But then I've just noticed what time it is. I'm gonna have to get back to work before the boss notices. Just having so much fun doing this. A little sneaky back road into the area. With a bit of a bump, but we can ignore that for now. Pop a little roundabout on. Yeah. Made it worse. Right, so hopefully this traffic will clear up a bit. But thank you for joining me. We've got this entirely new section of our city. I'll see you again for another lunchtime play session. Bye bye.